Hey guys, my name is Kayla and I'm a fashion stylist intern here at Naked Magazine. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about taking your fashion ideas and turning them into a visual representation. So that might be on paper, like in a sketchbook, or digitally. So the first thing we're going to talk about is inspiration. So I think people get intimidated because they think of like name brand designers that come up with all this avant-garde stuff that's like so crazy and edgy and different and no one's ever seen it before. But you don't have to feel pressured to make like the next big thing. Design is really just an extension of your emotions, your creativity, and it's whatever you want it to be. So it really can be anything that sparks creativity in you. You start there and you just start to form it into like, okay, what could I do with this? So then you just slowly start building and think, okay, how can I build this up? And you just keep doing that over time. And then you're like, okay, now I have the ideas. Let me go ahead and flesh it out into a visual form so I can see it. The most basic form and the first thing that people probably think of when they think of like fashion sketches and stuff is going to be paper. There's no like right or wrong to this. This is just a way to get your ideas out when you're talking about illustration. This is just a way to show visually what it is that you have in your head. The most basic thing I would suggest is just, go ahead and get a sketchbook. You can either get a sketch pad that's good for like dry media if you're only going to be using like pens and pencils and colored pencils, or you could get one that is mixed media. So if you know you're going to be maybe putting brush marker or watercolor on it, it can accept multiple kinds of media. So you're just going to want to sketch, and then you would go over that sketch with pen where necessary. And if you wanted to leave it pencil, you can do shading with the pen and the pencil, even colored pencil. Yeah, so that's how you would start. And you might ask, well, I'm not really great at drawing. Like, how would I make that? It's not going to turn out what I think in my head. So what I would say is just practice. So it's okay if you don't start out as the best artist, but you are going to want to be able to take your ideas and turn it into something visual. A trick that I have for you guys is don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. You want to have a reference image in terms of like your silhouette. So you would start by drawing the body out first that you're going to put the clothes on. And in order to do that, you can either look online and look at like search fashion poses, silhouettes, and then you just look at it and you try to copy it. And if it's kind of difficult at first to just copy it by looking, you can print it out and try to trace over it. And then after that, you're just gonna start drawing the clothes on. Like you would erase the parts underneath that you can see from the body that you drew, and you would put your clothes on top. I look up like reference videos all the time. So like YouTube and things online are great for teaching you the basics of shading, and this is how you draw a pleat, and this is how you draw a vest, this is how you draw a shirt. So please utilize those resources. And one of my absolute favorite people to learn fashion design from, her name is Zoe Hong. That is the drawing side of it. I actually don't have a book with a bunch of my sketches in it, or I would show you guys some of my favorite pieces, but I don't have them on me right now. These are my other sketchbooks. So the illustration side of it is more so just the art form to really show what it looks like with colors. When you get into like actually making clothes for companies and it needs to be sent to a factory to be produced, you're gonna have to get a lot more technical. What they're called are flats. And a flat is a more detailed version of a garment that has very like clean lines, and it shows the garment almost as if it was laying flat. And this is gonna be essential so that the factory can look at it and understand what exactly they need to cut and how they're making it. So to do stuff like that, you're gonna wanna use computer-aided design, CAD. So the most popular for fashion design is Adobe Illustrator. Yeah, so you can get a student discount if you sign up with a student email. And then actually making the flats, so you would wanna sit and like learn the software. I also taught that to myself, so it's something that you can learn through the tutorials, just playing with it. Again, use your resources and like look at online. And another good thing is you can take a picture of something and put it into Illustrator and then trace over it. And then Illustrator is really cool because you can actually upload your sketches as well and turn them into vector objects in Illustrator. And if not, you could just take the picture and then trace over it. So that's cool. The last thing I want to touch on is going to be how you could construct things on your own without necessarily having a pattern or design school experience. Something that you could do if you really want to understand how garments are constructed a little bit better, something that you can do is cut up the garments or rip the seams and break it into little panels, and then use those panels to cut out other fabric, and you can make a different thing. You could even sew it back together to see how it's made. So that is a tip that I learned in that fashion club, which I thought was so cool, because you're able to make so many things by just taking something that's already made and taking it apart and then making it your own. It's basically like getting a free pattern. And there's so much possibility with that, because anything that you can find, you could break down and then make. Yeah, I don't have my sewing machine and things with me now, so I can't show you guys like the technical how to start, making things, but I wanted to give you guys an idea about sketching and turning your ideas into visual representations. So hopefully this helped you. And if you ever have any questions, email the magazine. My name is Kayla again. And I just want to tell anyone that's like interested in fashion but feels like it's exclusive, or you have to be a great artist, or you need all these tools and stuff, that it's really just about you having that passion for design and for making things. And don't ever let, I guess, the world or limitations you feel like that there are stopping you from trying out something that you really are interested in, because it's so fulfilling and you'll really enjoy it. So I really hope that this helped a lot of you guys, and maybe you'll start sketching and making stuff pretty soon. So thanks for watching and enjoy your day.